Chapter 17, The Message. In a moment, somewhere between being awake and asleep, he dreamt of sitting by the sea in Benalmádena. Waves playfully rolled onto the sandy beach and then retreated. One wave left a message in the sand, quickly erased by the next wave. It said, "Follow the wise man into the dark forest, cross the water, and crush the rock with fire." He woke up, convinced it was a message from Rita. In urgent times, she had sent telepathic messages like this to Azer using her supernatural abilities. He got up, slung the backpack over his shoulders, and headed back to his bike to go to the professor's place. If they hadn't visited yet, maybe he could use the professor's computer to enhance the photo quality and read the license plate. He might even get lucky and find information on the people who kidnapped Topaz. Torrential rain pounded on his helmet's face shield, making it hard to see. Azer had to lift it, letting the cold rain hit his face. Despite Berlin's busy streets, he managed to get close to the professor's clinic. He turned off his bike's lights and drove slowly, keeping a cautious eye on the parked cars. If they had already been to the professor's, they might be waiting in one of those cars. But nothing seemed suspicious, everything was peaceful and quiet. To be safe, Azer parked his bike some distance from the clinic entrance. The main door was locked, and there was no light in the windows. It seemed the professor had finished his work and gone. Azer remembered the professor mentioning he lived in an apartment next to the clinic. There were no lights in that apartment either. He went to the entrance on the opposite side and looked at the intercom names. It was dark, so he used his cell phone as a flashlight. He couldn't find Professor Nando Ponset anywhere. The professor probably didn't want his name on the intercom to avoid late-night patients. If that was true, the button with no name on the third-floor apartment should belong to the professor. He hesitated but pressed it. No answer. He pressed it again, holding his ear close to the intercom speaker. Silence. Azer took a few steps back and looked up at the dimly lit third-floor window. Suddenly, Felix the cat appeared behind it, curious and peering down at the street. Azer went back to the door and pressed the bell again, this time more firmly. Still no response on the intercom, but a window upstairs opened. Despite the rain, Azer removed his bike helmet and looked up, rain splashing onto his face. He couldn't see the person's face at the window, but he still called out, "Professor Ponset. It's Azer. Can you please let me in?" Without a word, the person withdrew and shut the window. Even if it was the professor, he might not be eager to receive an unexpected visitor at night. Suddenly, the door lock clicked open. Azer barely had time to push the worn handle down before the storm forced the door open. He rushed inside and managed to close the door behind him with some effort. The storm howled through the cracks in the old door. The dim electric lamp hanging from the high stucco ceiling barely lit up the winding staircase around the antique elevator. Azer hesitated before pushing open the wrought iron elevator gate. It looked ancient and probably unsafe. He opted for the creaky stairs instead. As he ascended, the musty odor of dampness, mold, and old paint grew stronger. The apartment door was slightly ajar. Azer gently pushed it open and called out, "Professor Ponset." He heard the professor's voice coming from one of the doors in the narrow hallway. "Come in. I'm in the kitchen."